That's a good start. Drop the camera. So a couple of little things. This is a Maxillaria schunkeana. I've not had for long. I took a chance on it a little bit. And I'm hoping if we focus, there we go. Really interesting bloom, almost black. It's a very, very sort of dark purple. And I'm growing this orchid as a houseplant, which is always a bit risky. So this is just on a windowsill in my hallway. As you see, I've got two. One inexplicably has grown upside down, but two blooms on it. Perhaps not one worthy of an orchid show, but yeah, rather nice nonetheless. So from the orchid to African violet, this is my Ian Zavava. It's a Russian cultivar, which is why I can't pronounce it, despite once upon a time speaking a little bit of Russian. It's got to be one of my favourites. This is absolutely amazing. Really richly coloured. I'm not sure if the camera's quite doing it justice, but really, really rich colour. This is the hydroponic one. It's the only hydroponic one I've got left now. So this is growing in pure perlite with the wick down to a, I'll show you, there you go, slightly green sort of nutrient and water mixture that's wicked up into the pure perlite. Growing really, really well. I think one of my earliest videos was, showing people how to do that, and it does work really well. I just stopped doing it for sort of space reasons. But yes, looking pretty good. Trying to think what else I've got. So these are my pings, mostly asleep, hibernating. It's the Pinguicula Aphrodite. We see the dead flower in the background, live flower in it as well, but not much else. So Pinguicula tend to die off in the winter. I think these are all probably like a bit more light, but they do fine. They're kept really dry. I give them a dribble of water now and again. You can see there's no succulence and sort of no wetness to the leaves. They go much more like a succulent. They don't have that, see, they're kind of dry. There's no sticky gel on the leaves that you'd get when they're in carnivorous mode, which they are in the summer. So these usually start coming into carnivorous mode relatively late, I suppose, maybe May rather. And currently succulent mode, although that one does seem to have caught something, supposedly. So next shelf up, so my sundews, still full of Gem, despite the fact I gave loads away to a bunch of thankless ingrates on the internet for nothing. Shan't bother again. So I've planted some, which is these, which I think I've shown in an earlier video, so they're coming up nicely. My Cephalotus, Cephalotus? Don't know. These do okay. I probably need to repot these, but they dislike being repotted, and I just don't want to risk it. But no, looking pretty good. And that's about it really for now. There's some hybrid orchids, island orchids, slowly coming up. So next video, I'll probably have the over harvest again. The Ignea is coming up, bright red Ignea, which you should all have seen in my very, very first video almost a year ago, back when all of this crap started. The orange bucket is for my hydroponics. If anyone's interested, I will do a video on that, but I've avoided it so far. See, that is a small Gypsicolia, so it normally has long frondy leaves. You see dead underneath, but then it dies back. That's one of my favourites. I'm going to propagate some of that. Right, I'll leave it there. I'll be back in a week or so with some new orchids. Thanks for watching.